Since its inception, the gaming industry has been a very inconsistent enterprise, seeing a full recession in the mid-80s to impossibly high numbers today. With the advancement of technology, it's not hard to see why. In today's landscape, developers can make a video game in any setting they set their minds to, and they can bring it to life in ways only dreamt about before. And if you want to be brought to life in ways only dreamt about before, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Or I will have to make your life a permanent 1980s gaming crash, if you know what I mean. Like any industry, video games are subject to trends, which can sometimes play a massive part in a game's success or failure. Other times, games can seemingly come out of nowhere and become an instant classic. Whether it's the gameplay style and formula, the interaction with others we have during, or just the visual appeal, there is no question that some games rise to the top and stand out much more than the rest. Such is the case of Mediatonic's 2020 darling, Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. The London-based developer was founded in September of 2005 by Paul Croft and David Bailey. The company would mainly focus on Flash and Shockwave games online until around 2010. That's when their titles would get official releases on PC and consoles. Games like Who's That Flying and Monsters Probably Stole My Princess seeing a mixed amount of success. Mediatonic would see better numbers teaming with Adult Swim for the Amateur Surgeon series. It wouldn't be until 2020 that Mediatonic would hit the nail on the head. Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout would be released on August 4th, 2020 to rave reviews. Published by Devolver Digital, this would, without a doubt, be the most significant release for Mediatonic, and it would pay off tremendously. Fall Guys would become the most watched game on Twitch the weekend of its closed beta, and the 6th best-selling Steam game on pre-order. During launch day, Fall Guys would draw over 1.5 million players worldwide, and by the end of the week, selling 2 million copies and quadrupling that by the end of August. Lead designer Joe Walsh has stated that he drew inspiration from shows like Total Wipeout and Takeshi's Castle when moving forward with the game, and it shows. That is really where we should start talking about the success of Fall Guys. Television programs like these and shows like MXC and Ninja Warrior have their own appeal that really applies to the game in a significant way.
Good thinking, Ken. Wow, looks smart on you.
For my homies.
Yeah, fits good. It's kind of itchy
Flexibility.
though.
Let's see how Kenny Blankenship does with the Boulder Dash suit. Ooh,
Into the slit.
looks like you've got good mobility, Ken.
Yeah, it's kind of itchy. I should have washed it first.
Oh, you're bogged down there.
Yeah, well, I had to kick that guy's ass. He wouldn't let me in, and then he trips me right here.
Kenny, you don't seem to be really testing your suit. There you are. Now.
I was screaming for dramatic effect.
These types of game shows have always been wildly popular. One can assume this is for a few reasons, the most important of which is comedy. Falling down is funny, and when we see people attempt these strange-looking obstacle courses in a comedic manner, we often self-insert and fantasize about how perhaps we could do much better. This still applies to the opposite, the non-comedic route, like Ninja Warrior. Regardless of how challenging the course is for highly trained athletes, many ordinary people seem to chime in while watching these events to make the assertion that they could ace it with ease. Fall Guys plays into this fantasy perfectly. While, of course, the relaxing and fun environment of playing a video game doesn't even come close to actually doing an obstacle course of this nature. That is what gaming is all about though, the fantasy. Fall Guys allows you to use your reflexes to put your money where your mouth is, scrambling to get through each course faster and more efficiently than before. Where the game shines is bringing you back after failure. Most people cannot sit down and just play one game of Fall Guys. It gets addicting fast, and this is only one of the factors that contribute to that. It goes back to what I said before. Falling down is funny, so while it is common to get frustrated when losing, especially if you feel like it was out of your control, the pull to do better and the comedy behind failing in such a ridiculous atmosphere shines through, and you're back in another game. Again, this is not the only thing that makes Fall Guys so appealing. The simplistic character design is a dream for game developers and collaborators alike. Fall Guys features small, jelly bean-like creatures as playable characters. Customization comes from the patterns, colors, and costumes that can be applied to the bean, making a blank canvas of a character and a bit more personal for those who are playing. It should go without saying that making such simple players in this game draw more people to it, as they find it easier to identify with the small beans in-game. Being able to change the banner for their profile, their bean color, the pattern that shows up on them, or especially a fun costume does give more personalization, but that isn't the biggest strength of the costume system on such simple beans. The possibilities are limitless when it comes to what can be added as a costume because of how intentionally basic these character designs are. It's something that we've seen in gaming for its entire existence. Going back to the early Mario series, when costumes were added to signify different powers Mario had. Mario himself was designed intentionally simple to be able to place him and his friends in any scenario to make it seem like a good fit. This is why we see so many spin-offs with those characters. So when it comes to different licenses wanting to join in on the fun, it can be effortless to design a costume based on almost anything in this game world without breaking any immersion players may have with the universe, as we see with talks of adding Sonic the Hedgehog and Godzilla costumes. This leads to another glaring reason Fall Guys became so popular so fast: the cute factor. Because of the fun and engaging gameplay offered, even people who would typically not look for a cutesy game find themselves sucked into the addictive gameplay formula provided here. Having such a high cute factor allows the game to be received much better by a broader audience. This isn't rocket science. It's pretty easy to see why these factors lead up to a perfect storm of success for Fall Guys. One thing implemented to keep people hooked has been seasons, changing up the theme and rewards every few months to get a fresh look with the title. Of course, Fall Guys is not the first game to do this, and it won't be the last, but almost everything about this game still leads to an apparent perfect storm, and the inevitable season change is a great fit. Many people have gone on record saying that the launch time was tremendously valuable to Fall Guys' success, and I won't argue that too much. The game was released right on the cusp of a worldwide pandemic, so it's easy to draw those lines. More people at home, a new, cute, addicting game hits the market, and more people have time and need a distraction. Of course, this helped the game's success, but I believe Fall Guys would have been okay and done very well had it been released any other time. Fall Guys is proof positive that simple can work, though I personally still see some speed bumps in the road. While most games allow you to have your own nickname, apparently to avoid inappropriate names, Fall Guys has implemented a random generator for handles in-game. This is off-putting. Many games, even those marketed to children, allow you to set your own name even if they have some sort of censorship in place. I look at this as a strange decision. Gameplay-wise, Fall Guys doesn't disappoint, which is what I think leads to its most significant success factor. Mediatonic seems to add new obstacles and courses regularly, giving you just enough time to get used to the setting until it gets mixed up again. Whether it's windmills, spinning hammers, or a giant rotating cylinder you have to stay on top of, the gameplay formula taps into that stubborn nature I mentioned earlier. So many people look at these types of courses as easy things they could easily conquer, and Fall Guys allows you to give it a shot. To sum it all up, the Fall Guys phenomenon is not that hard to understand. Making cute, simply designed characters that can easily be customized is already a recipe for success. But couple that with addicting gameplay and one of everybody's favorite pastimes, the obstacle course game show, and people will have a hard time resisting it. Fall Guys allows anyone to just pick it up and play it. Very few controls, jump, dive, and grab, make it possible for anybody, regardless of game skill, to join in and have a good time. While some may look at the game design as childish and juvenile, I like to take some time off and do some courses every once in a while. The vibrant world and quirky little beings that inhabit it act as an excellent counterstress, and I am sure I'm not alone in wanting to have that for even just a little bit. Is Fall Guys perfect? Of course not, but tracking its success is not hard to do. Never underestimate the power of simplicity.
Come on over here. Come on over here. No, you flipped me off. Come on, coward. No. Come on. You're not an intellectual. You're a fake and a fraud.
Thank you for watching my video on Fall Guys, and if you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content like this. It helps out a lot. I want to thank my patrons and YouTube channel members, and give a special thanks to my biggest supporters: Slib, JP Rivera, Fireflare, Primark Mustard, Edgy, Bill Scott Sheets, Billy Joe Jim Bob, Papa Swanson, Hatched Bread Gaming, and Phil Starsick. Thank you all again. I will catch you on the next one. It has been Mantis.
Smoking!
And this spirited young fellow is Avancé, much sought after fashion photographer.
Oh, he got bucked early.
Yes, he did, Ken. Actually, that didn't count. We're going to let him get back up there. You know, models love this guy. He is known for his unrelenting positive attitude and his fanny pack full of amyl nitrates.
Uh-oh.
There he goes.
Oh, he's going down.
I don't think he's going down, Ken. He's going into that little used side saddle ride.
Oh, something's bothering him, I think.
He learned that at a photo shoot at an Indian gaming casino, and it didn't work for him here. He is bucked up, like you said.
Oh, and he takes a full load from Herbie.
I gotta testify. Come up in the spot looking extra fly. For the day you die, you gon' testify. looking extra fly. For the day you die, you gon' die.